So what are some of the things you celebrate on your end as a company to make people feel that they're part of the family? And the pandemic, how do you treat, people that are suffering health issues or stress? I'd be interested in what are some of your strategies to ensure that it does feel like a family?
Yeah, that's great. Another great question. I think it's the way that we interact and treat each other. It's just different. Like when we hire somebody from a much larger company. So I'll use an example um, that we've hired a couple of people lately from Target Corporation, and they are just a massive um, force to be reckoned with in the States that sells everything. I mean, their stores are the size of 10 football fields.
Hmm.
And they'll sell everything from pharmacy to meat to TVs to you name it. And they actually have some liquor stores attached to them. So they're a little bit of a competitor, but a little different market.
Hmm.
So when we hire people from these companies, um, about a week into their job, I normally get some type of call or email or text or something like that because one of my jobs for ABC is I oversee human resources, HR.
Hmm.
Um, so call that the culture department.
Yeah.
Um, these individuals that we hire, they're like, "Is this really how y'all do work?" And I'm like, knowing what they're saying because I've heard it 25 times now. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, I've never been so empowered on my job. I've never been so trusted on my job.
Hmm.
I've never had so much freedom to be myself and to operate the way that I'd like to operate and to just be treated like an adult more or less instead of micromanaged to the nth degree with standard operating procedures X, Y, and Z. We don't have all that.
Hmm.
We of course have our guiding principles. We have I told you, our mission statement, and we have core values. And our core values are respect, inspire, and empower.
Hmm.
And those aren't just, fun words that make us sound cool. We live and breathe them. And
Hmm.
when we hire somebody new, we're going to give them the respect they deserve. We brought them in to do a job. So
Hmm.
we're going to give you the respect to go do it. We're going to empower you to do it. And we're going to let you follow our principles and do it the way you want. And we're going to attempt to inspire each other with our actions and our communications and how we treat each other. And I think that is how we keep our culture very family oriented, family centered, because we do all the things that every other company does. Recognize birthdays, recognize anniversaries. We have the incentive programs. We have great benefits. We have all the things that are just kind of standard now, I call it. But what really sets us apart, I think, are those three core values, and that we actually mean it. It's not just some company saying we value integrity. Well, what in the world does that even mean?
Hmm.
I can tell you easily what respect means. Do the right thing. Empower. You're empowered to succeed and to do it your way, as long as it's through a respectful means.
Hmm.
And we want you to inspire everybody with everything you do. Sales and margin and success, it's just going to be inevitable when you
Hmm.
do that. So that's that's what I think the secret sauce might be.
Hmm. That's fantastic.